Amazonski tropicni lisy najbilsij prirodnich komplex zemli. Amazonski tropicni lisy. Abo Amazonia. Najbilsim dosovim lisum na planeti. Boni ooplu plosu blisko 5 milhona km squared I rostasavani na territorii dev. Ati crane. Brazili, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuadoru, Bolivia, Ghana, Surinamu ta Francukoi Viani. Ka ecosistema vidigre klukavu rol u globalnomu klimati. Patrimu velicesnu kilkist ziva organismov I.e. bazlibum regulatorom prirodnogo balansu. Zanachina amazonska lisiv. Kisnevij balans. Amazonia virable blisko 20% usogo kisnu. Aki nadhodit v atmosferu. Ta poglani zanachni obsagi vugulkislogo gazu. Sadapamagai stremubati global pateplina. Regulatia climatu. Lisi Amazoni vpliviat na svitavi pagodni umuvi. Boni utramut vologu ta sprio utvarenu opadav ne lis v pivdenij emerici. Aju vidaleni regiona planeti. Biorisnamanita. Amazonka e demam dla ponad 3 miljona vidiv taverin. Roslin I coma. Tut mesco aguari. Anacondi. Rosevi rikovi delfini. Linivci. Sotni vidiv patav I zemnabadna. Roslinij svit takos unikalnij. Serd najanisi predstavnikiv sejba. K-pop. Likarski roslini. Aki aktivno vikoristavutsa v medicini. Zagrozi Amazoni. Veruga lisiv. Soroku zanasutsa tisachi kabadratna kilometriv zungliv. Osnoni prisini silski gospodarstvo. Rozarena pasovis. Nezakana lasozagadav la ta budivnitstvo infrastrukturi. Klimatikni zamini. Saras global pateplina v regioni pokastasali posuhi ta lasovi pazezi. Surprizvodit du degradasi ecosystemi. Zabrudnina ta nezakanij vidobutak resursiv. Nelegalnij vidobutak karizna kopalin. Asoblivo zalota. Prizvodit du zabrudnina rikak ta zinazena prirodnogo saradoviza. Slahi zabarazina amazonska lisiv. Control za veraku ta boratba z nelegalnu exploitasu prirodna resursiv. Rozbatak ekologicna program z vidnoblina lisiv. Obmazena vikoristana tavarev. Aki sprio zinazenu zungliv. Taki ak soa ta ilovachina z verubani territorij. Ozvita ta podvizena obiznano steed pro baslavist zabarazena tropicna lisiv. Pasilina miznarodnogo controlu za ekologicnu politiku v regioni. Amazonia e criticno baslivum prirodnim resursum. Aki neobitno zabarekti dla majbutna pokolin. The Amazon is one of the most amazing places on the planet. It is full of secrets, dangers and unusual stories. Here are some interesting stories about this river and its surroundings. 1. The mysterious geoglyphs of the Amazon. For a long time, it was believed that the Amazon rainforest was pristine and sparsely populated. But recently, scientists have discovered hundreds of ancient geoglyphs, huge figures carved into the ground. This means that advanced civilizations existed here even before the arrival of Europeans. 2. The disappearance of Percy Fawcett. In 1925, British explorer Percy Fawcett went into the Amazon jungle in search of the mythical, lost city of Z. He believed that somewhere among the forests there was an ancient civilization. But he and his team disappeared without a trace. There are still numerous versions of his fate, from an attack by local tribes to death from disease or wild animals. 3. The Boiling River. In Peru, there is a unique river, the Shanay Timpishka, the water in which reaches a temperature of 90 degrees Celsius. This is a mysterious phenomenon, because there are no volcanoes in the region. Scientists believe that the hot water may be the result of deep geothermal processes. 4. Piranhas are not as scary as they say. In films, piranhas are depicted as dangerous predators that can gnaw a person to the bone in seconds. But in reality, they mostly feed on carrion or fruit, and attacks on humans are very rare. 5. Amazonian electric eel. This fish can produce an electric discharge of more than 600 volts. It uses it for hunting and self-defense. There are known cases when an electric eel even killed large animals that entered the water. The Amazon is a veritable world of mysteries, many of which are still waiting to be discovered. Want to learn more? The Amazon has the largest basin, about 6.9 million square kilometers. This area is almost equal to the area of Australia or the United States. It is occupied by Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador and Colombia. The waters that the river brings to the ocean make seawater fresh over a distance of more than 150 kilometers. The length of the river exceeds 25,000 kilometers, and countless tributaries of the Amazon reach a length of 1,500 km. Channel. Edit. From west to east. Headwaters. Edit. The sources of the Amazon, the Marañón and the Ucayali, originate in the Peruvian Andes, where rocky, treeless mountains prevail, and the climate is harsh and unfavorable for humans. The Marañón flows for a long time in the mountains parallel to the ocean coast along the bottom of a deep mountain fold. Having turned into a mighty stream, it begins a duel with the mountain ranges and breaks out into the open space from the tight embrace of the Andes. The place where the Marañón breaks out is one of the most magnificent on the entire globe. The terrain is wild and extremely picturesque. It no longer resembles the harsh and desert region of the river's sources. The further the Marañón flows east through Montana, as the mountain forest area is called here, the hotter and wetter the climate becomes, the more lush and luxurious the vegetation, the richer and more diverse the animal world. In the area of the break, the Marañón forms 27 pongos, rocky canyons, so narrow that there is no room even for a path at their bottom. In each pongo, the Marañón boils, roars and furiously rushes its waters, compressed by the sheer rocky walls of the gorges. The last and most famous narrowing is called Pongo de Manseriche, Gate of the Parrots. Having passed it, the river leaves the Andes forever and enters the plains of the Amazon, where it becomes navigable. The Amazon, or the Amazon lowlands, is one of the largest plains on the globe, a kingdom of forests, swamps and water. Middle course. Ed. The confluence of the Rio Negro, Black Waters, and the Solomos, turbid, near Manaus, Brazil. After the confluence of the two main branches, the Marañón and the Ucayali, several thousand kilometers to the ocean, the Amazon is already a huge river, up to 2 kilometers wide. It flows between high banks, washing away and destroying them. From time to time, a dull rumble is heard in various places. This is a terracotta landslide. A section of the shore washed away by the river collapses with a rumble. Boatmen and ship captains are very afraid of such collapses and therefore try to stay away from dangerous sections of the shore. It is worth noting another amazing feature. The Amazon is an international river in South America, the longest river in the world and the most abundant. Its main sources, the Marañón and the Ucayali, originate in the Peruvian Andes and merge into a single stream 4,000 kilometers long, flowing eastward through Brazil. The system has about 48,280 kilometers of navigable waterways. The river basin is 7 million square kilometers, about half the total area of South America. It flows into the Atlantic Ocean near the equator, creating a delta at the mouth, an area of more than 100,000 square kilometers, which also includes the largest island of Brazil, Marajo. The delta is 80 kilometers wide, through which such a huge amount of water passes that at a distance of 64 kilometers from the coast the water on the surface of the ocean remains fresh. In the Amazon basin, 5 million square kilometers are occupied by tropical forests, in which 30% of all known species of animals and plants are found. This is the wettest region on Earth. The average annual rainfall is 2,540 millimeters. Independent studies have shown that since 1985 there has been intensive deforestation, 12% compared to 0.6% in 1975, which can disrupt the ecological system of the region. The Amazon is the longest river in the world. Dozens of tribes living on its banks revered it as a real deity. The length of this river is so huge that it is washed by the waters of as many as 5 countries, and it begins in Peru.